Hello, good afternoon. It's a nice warm afternoon for you. And I'm going to talk about having the guts to go for glory. Hopefully you've all got your headphones on and the acoustics are good. So we're on a mission. We're on a mission to support that concept of guts, to make you be bold and to make you be brave. Because we want to challenge some of the ways that you work. We want your campaigns, though, to be bulletproof. We want you to take chances, but we want you to be safe. And we want you to be effective. Now, what am I talking about? More importantly, why am I talking about it? Because I want to open those eyes. I want you to challenge some of the perceptions. Now, some of you will have job titles like social media manager or content manager, and so you view your life in that direction. Go broader. Look at the bigger marketing world. We have a phrase at PromoVeritas: when everyone is zigging, we zag. All right? You don't have to follow the zeitgeist. You don't have to follow what everybody else is doing, because you're all going to end up in the same place. Sometimes you want to be in a different place. So let's think about zagging. Okay, who am I? I've been a marketeer for 35 years. Unilever, Tesco, I was European Promotions Director at Coca-Cola, and then New Media Director, and then European Marketing Director at Sega. So I've been on the client side. But equally, PromoVeritas has been my home that we created about 20 years ago. And you'll see what we do, and you'll see how unique and distinctive it is. What we do is give away millions of pounds every year for thousands of campaigns for hundreds of clients. Yes, I am the real Willy Wonka. We are the guys behind those prize draws that you see online, you see on the shops. We are the guys that judge competitions. When you hear the BBC or ITV saying the votes have been independently verified, that's us. Whether it's Eurovision or the National Television Awards. So we add the integrity and the honesty into promotions. And I want to talk about you adding promotions into your matrix. So 20 years. A few years ago, we were in the mood of Facebook likes. The creative briefs that agencies had were all about, I need to get this brand to 100,000 likes on my homepage. And that was what the brief was. Nothing about sales, nothing about revenue, nothing about profit. Fortunately, we're out of that mode now, because we realize that likes do not translate into sales, revenue, or profit. The downside is we've moved into another phase. It's Instagram followers. It's Twitter follows. It's those numbers because we can measure them. But where's the sales, and where's the revenue, and where's the profit in the real world? I have to admit, I was influenced. As a child, I had a lightsaber, a Star Wars lightsaber, because I'd watched the movie, and Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker, they spoke to me. I was influenced by them. Nowadays, an influencer is not someone who saved the world from great peril. It's a perma-tan teenager who couples with strangers on a beach in Spain. And you want those guys to be totems, to be icons for your brand. Well, that's your choice. I prefer Anakin Skywalker. But let's talk about adding a cherry on top of that mix. Do your social media campaigns, do your print campaigns, do your DM. But add something on top. What are you going to add on top? Free or win. Those two words are hard-coded into our brains as human beings. They just work. Just like the fact that they're in red is another trigger for our brain. Free and win are two of the most powerful words in the marketing lexicon. They just work. So let's talk about how we can make you add them to what you're doing. You can run competitions, prize draws, instant win with golden tickets, or GWP, gift with purchase, free gifts. So what are the sort of things that have been going on recently? Walkers had millions of people voting for the next big flavor in a competition that we ran with them. What was going to be bigger? chicken korma flavor or Builder's Bum? Builder's Bum won. Currently, Klarna are offering thousands of dollars of prizes. If you create content, it's judged, it's assessed, it's UGC, user-generated content, but with money attached to it. And the one on the right has just gone live for Airbnb. It's wonderful. If you have an idea for creating a home that you can rent out, whether it's a shoebox or a tree house, they will give you $100,000 to create that. All of those are genuine competitions, judged, assessed, evaluated. If you want to do a prize draw legally is a game of chance. So there's no assessment, it's just pure random. You can do it daily, hourly. For Pepsi, we do 90-minute draws to reflect football. You can give away cars, you can give away football tickets, or National Lottery do it on social media in order to gain traction for their posts. And if you actually look at the numbers, 284 likes, 81, you stick a competition, a prize draw on it, you get 9,000. So a huge increase in terms of the popularity. So use a prize activity as a bolt-on. The other type of activity is a golden ticket, is an instant win. It might be user-generated. It might be a golden egg. For 11 years, we've been behind the golden egg. We create the special eggs. Sometimes they're white, sometimes they're gold, sometimes they're mixed. We then hide those literally by stealth in stores around the country. And if you find one, you win £10,000. Now, if you're looking at Walkers, you'll find there are golden tickets. This is brand new, a blueberry flavor jammy dodger. Inside are biscuits and a unique blue one that's worth £1,000. So we bugger around with the brands to create something of interest. Anyone feel like an ice cream, a cornetto? Well, this one is not a real cornetto. This one is a fake cornetto, and inside is the key to a Vespa scooter. 700 were created and randomly distributed from their Naples warehouse around the country. And if you found one, you won the Vespa scooter. So we are able to add interest into the real live world. Thank you. Okay, a few little secrets. If you've got a choice of a budget of 10,000 or 100,000, which would you go for in terms of running a prize activity? Clearly, 100,000. Go big. Where you can go big, put the money into the prize fund. You'll then get the PR, you'll get the additional benefit of word of mouth, and you'll actually be saving yourself money on media. All right, the next secret is now what do you do with your prize structure? Do you have one prize of 100,000, or do you split it into smaller bundles? All those who go for one prize, hands up. Okay, all those that go for splitting it up. The ayes have it. Splitting it up is more effective. One of the problems with having a big headline prize is I never believe I'm the one. Do you believe you're the one? When you do the National Lottery, you're not going for the big one. You're happy to get 10 quid or 100 quid. You just want the thrill of winning. So Coca-Cola's plan is they give away 1 million prizes. For the last few years, it's 1 million prizes. It's a rugby ball. It's a football. It's a selfie stick. It's worth a few quid. It doesn't matter. When you're a teen, you're a winner. So we would recommend that you chop it into decent chunks. Go bold. What about this? Would you go for the tech bundle on the left, or would you go for the simple prize structure? Hands up for the left. Okay, you techies, hands up for the right. Okay, the rights have it. One of the challenges that you've got when you're dealing with a physical product is space. You can't communicate iPods, Dell laptops, iPhones very effectively. So it all becomes fairly meaningless and small print. If you have the one simple structure of prize, then it will help and you'll be able to communicate much easier. So go simple. Go brave. Disturb the packaging. I know they're the brand police and they want to protect everything, but do a deal with them. Structure it so the top section is yours and everything else is remaining. If you don't disrupt the packaging, you won't get the cut through. So that Dairyly one, it works on the shelf. Inside was a light-activated sound chip that we made. When you open the pack, it talked to you. It mooed and told you you won £10,000. And amazingly, although we made a dozen, we didn't get a dozen winners. Somewhere out there, there's an old lady with a mooing pack that didn't claim her 10 grand. But at least we got the cut through on the packaging. Be honest. I apologize if there's anyone from McCain Chips here, but this was a disaster from a couple of years ago. They offered £3 million worth of prizes via an impact code. The codes were predetermined. So code AB123 was a mini car. And if you threw that in the bin, that car was never awarded. They offered £3 million and they gave away 0.05% of the prizes. About 160 prizes out of the 29,000 that they claimed were on offer. Now, it's not entirely their fault. If all of you had entered the codes in the packaging, those prizes would have been claimed. But the reality is, we all know that not 100% will claim, but they were over-claiming and they were over-promising. And that was an ASA ruling picked up by all the media. What about this one? What about a VIP trip to the Belgian Grand Prix? Do you want that? Well, unfortunately, Red Bull offered it and they didn't quite deliver it. My definition of VIP is not a Ryanair flight to Germany, to Cologne Airport, not in Belgium. Then I had to pay for a taxi to get me to my hotel, which still wasn't in Belgium. It was in Maastricht, which is on the Dutch border. Then I had to travel myself to the stadium, and I had to leave before the end of the race, which was won by Jenson Button, because I had to get my luggage and myself 80 miles to Brussels to get my Ryanair flight home. VIP? No. Advertising Standards Authority, negative ruling. And this one, a recent one, Strike Gold. Unfortunately, Brewdog got carried away with the concept of gold. They called it, find the solid gold can in a can of six-packs, and you will win. And they claimed it was worth £15,000. There was no honesty there. It was actually merely gold-plated and worth maybe £500. They had to cough up the money to the 7 winners that complained. So do not be carried away by the hype and any clever financial fixed fees or insurance deals that you find. Be honest. Going big. This one has just launched last week. $25 million prize fund across 8 countries. £2.5 million in the UK, 500,000 prizes available. Amazon are going big. But what this also represents is a trend that is occurring, where multiple brands are going into multiple countries with the same campaign. Now, we're all based in the UK. We have the best sales promotion laws in the country. Any Italians here? If I want to run a prize promotion to give away a big biro in Italy, I have to go to the government 2 weeks in advance, submit my terms and conditions, pay a fee, buy an insurance bond in case I go bust before I can give away the biro, and have a public official oversee the prize draw. A pain. Similar things in Spain, similar things in other countries around the world, which we know. We've worked in 80 countries last year. So what we're seeing is brands are coming together to unite and run cross-border campaigns. If you can do it well, you will save prize money. You will engender a collective reputation so that consumers see a solid brand, and you will leverage your sponsorship activities. So going international is a trend. What I'd just like to do, cue visual aid, is to end on saying, be bold, be brave, and have the guts to fight against the current tide. Thank you very much.
Jeremy, some great tips there, and I love the power and the simplicity of what you presented. How do brands engage with you, and where are you at the show?
Oh, in terms of engaging with us, PromoVeritas.com, and my email is up there. We're very happy. We come out, we actually give educational sessions for free. One of the challenges that we have is none of you are aware of the laws, the regulations for running this activity, and you'll make the BrewDog mistakes unless you talk.
Brilliant. So free, win, make it red, prizes, not media, less prizes is more, basically, and keep it simple. Jeremy, thanks so much for joining us.